real. I'm going to keep it all the way real. Okay, I have nothing to lose. I have nothing to lose. So I'm going to keep it all the way real. And I am going to, let me just actually post something, pin something before I get into this topic, because right now there's a video trending on my page and there's over like 100 comments, and I wanted to pluck out a few of them because I really feel like this could be a massive, massive mindset shift, like literally an entire morphing into a whole nother dimension, honestly. Like, once I kind of explain what I've learned about YouTube and what my journey has been like, and the reason why I am in my car, I will tell you in a second. Kind of wild when you are on the grind, when you have goals and things you got to do, but you're in situations where you can't really do them. You got to figure it out, right? So I am actually visiting my brother and his beautiful children, his beautiful family, and I have to do this in the car because, number one, my nieces and nephews are like the cutest, sweetest things ever, but they have, of course, like every child, have a ton of energy. And then when I walk into the house, I know they're going to want to like be on me and, you know, just me, you know, want my undivided attention. And I want to give them that. So that's why I'm in my car. And I didn't get to eat earlier. I still haven't really eaten. I just had that protein bar, if you guys were with me earlier. So I am actually going to be eating at the same time. So I'm doing this in my car and eating at the same time. But you got to do what you got to do, right? Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. There is over hundreds, I mean, probably like a solid 100 comments on one of my trending videos right now. And I think it's so interesting how there's just like some people that get it and then some people that don't. And I want to tell you, okay, there we go. I was able to pin it. Okay. So I want to tell you the tea. I want to give you the secrets. I want to give you the, like, just the stuff that people make people pay for, you know. And I just don't have I mean, I might in the future, I might start charging for stuff that I learn along the way and put it into an ebook or put it into a course. But right now, honestly, I just don't feel a calling to charge. And it's like, I've been on YouTube for 5 years, so I technically could charge for stuff that I've learned, but it's just not that serious right now. So, but I'm just going to give away for free. So I hope you have your notes ready. Please don't mind me eating. I guess you can consider this like a mukbang. I don't even really understand what a mukbang entails, but right now I am this right here. So some that I might have to drive somewhere. How's the service right now? This is like super important. And I don't want to get into the juice of this. And hey, Patrick, how's the service? Is like, am I see me right now? I'll drive in the parking lot. So let me just give me a second. So you gotta do what you gotta do. So I have my, oh, this is the light that I use, by the way. Sorry not to shine it, but this is coming in handy, right? It's nighttime. I need to still get this video in because it's just important, and I'll tell you why in a second. But so it's good that I have this ring light. Okay, so let me see. Let me just move to another location really quickly. Hold on. Okay. Hopefully, it's because I think it's because I'm oh no, I'm okay. I'm just gonna move to another location, like another just parking spot. I'm not gonna really like go on like a whole driving journey. So just give me a second really quickly. But this is super important, and it's just kind of like, I think it's a good example of having to kind of just figure it out when you're on like I guess you could call it the YouTube journey, but really it's kind of like my life coaching journey. And I'm using the portal of YouTube. So, you know, I just want to get this out because there's just people saying things that are really, I think, misleading in my comments. And I just don't want people to be misled. And I don't want people to, you know, miss out on potentially starting their YouTube because they're misinformed. Let me know, is that a little bit better? Okay, I think that's a little bit better because I see me right now. So, and I'm in a super, like a really, really nice neighborhood. Really, really, you know, of course, making sure my doors are locked. And it's super busy. I'm next to like a Starbucks. I'm next to a Whole Foods. Like it's only 6:20. Yeah, I'm safe. Okay, so, I'll put this on. So, okay, this is really, really important because I'm like, wow, a lot of people some people still think that you need like 10,000 watch hours to become monetized. And I'm like, no, that's not true. Like, that's not true. Right. So like, we gotta clear some of this stuff up. Like, and I hope that people aren't out here, like really just out here lost, if they're on the YouTube journey. Okay. That should just do. That should do. I definitely think it is worth it investing in ring light because of situations like this where you just don't know if you are going to be in a position where you just need, you know, a well-lit area and you don't have light. Okay. Woo. Okay, so just bear with me. I'm going to be eating at the same time. I'm so hungry. I can already tell I wouldn't want to do mukbang. This is just weird. Hold on. This is like extra bright. I don't need it to be like too crazy. Okay, that's a little bit better. I was like, whoa. Okay. So let me go through my comments. And I'm going to go through my comments. So here we go. So I posted this video and the video is titled, I've been posting for 5 years and I'm still not monetized. Okay. And you know, it's like drawing attention because people are like, dang, 5 years, you know, I thought it would only take a year or two, right? So 5 years seems like extra long. So the comments, there's over 100 comments and maybe a little less actually, because I've been responding. So, you know, just of course, not counting my comments. So I wanted to call out a couple of these things so that way it just clears it up. So that way, if you have any type of confusion, we can clear it up now, or we can figure out the answer together. Cause I'm obviously, you know, I don't know everything about YouTube, but I've been on YouTube for 5 years and I've researched it a lot and I just got monetized, right? So people are saying, congratulations. This is the video right here. If anyone wants to watch it. Okay. And it's been an interesting set of comments. Okay. So it says, I've been rocking with you for 5 years. I appreciate your wisdom. So that's really cool. I didn't even realize that there was people that's been watching me for that long. So there's that. Another one, it says, I'm hopeful and trust you will get monetized. So what happened is, just a quick story. I posted that video and then I literally got monetized the same day. So I then pinned a comment and said, hey guys, God's timing is always like right on time. I just got monetized, right? But some people didn't see that pinned comment. So people are like, oh, I hope you get monetized or whatever. I'm like, I appreciate it. So this person says, my little channel is 2.5 years old and a niche I am looking at partially pivoting. I appreciate it. So you can definitely pivot so that it is a possibility. Okay. So don't feel like you can't, because there's a lot of people that feel like, you know, it's just kind of game over for them, and it's not. You can definitely pivot. There's tons of videos. Just type in how to pivot my channel. Okay. So that's not, we're going to get to the juicier ones here in a second. So, of course, talking about trolls. Okay. I started my channel in 2013. I didn't post my first video until 2022. I regret not sharing sooner, but I learned so much from other platforms, that I now use in my videos. Point is it's never too late, which is so true. I've been posting for 5 years and I finally just got monetized. Okay. Let me try to find some that were, let me get to the juicier ones. It says posting for years, not met watch hours, but I continue just to let everyone know I'm okay. My family is large and spread wide, and just so you know, you don't have to contact everyone. I just post a video. I actually love creating content and challenging myself to learn more. This is really important. And this is what I think is very discouraging for a lot of people, is that they will like announce that they have a YouTube channel, and then their family like doesn't watch it. Their best friends don't watch it. And here's the thing. I know I am getting it. I'm working today. Here's the thing. Your family doesn't need to watch it. Your friends don't need to watch it. A lot of times what we want to start our channel on, our friends and family are not our viewer, right? Like, for example, I have 3 brothers. Me doing a channel about health, fitness, like a wellness channel, mainly for women, men benefit as well, but mainly for women. I don't expect my brothers to watch it. I don't expect my uncles to watch it. I don't expect my dad to watch it. You know what I'm saying? So I think like that ends up being a thing where you announce that you're doing a channel, and then all of a sudden your friends and your family are just like, oh, that's cool. And then they never engage with it. And then it kind of makes you feel like, oh, well, what I have to say, does it not matter? Like, do you not care? And it's not true. They're not your market, right? They're not your market. So literally do not worry or care about what, do not worry or do not care about what anyone has to say that you physically know in person, because it is going to hold you back. And I think that that's also what held me back a little bit as well. I literally did not post for 6 years, just because I would like kind of bring up the idea to people and they'd be like, oh, that's cool. Or, oh, you want to be a YouTuber? Or, oh, you're too old to be a YouTuber. And like, you don't have to just do pranks and funny videos to be a YouTuber, you know, like with them not even knowing, what YouTube is even about, them not really being into YouTube. And then they're giving advice about, oh, are you sure about that? Well, what's the point? Or, you know what I'm saying? So once I just kind of like let the idea, like I stopped bringing it up to people that I knew, and it was just between me and God. And if people came across it, so even my sister, you guys will see her pop on here a lot. She's genuinely into the same topic. So that's why she watches me. She's not watching me because she's my sister. I have 2 sisters. One of them is into what I'm watching, or what I'm talking about. And another one is too, but not as much as like me and one of my sisters. Right. So, and that's fine. That's okay. Right. So, that's just a really big one. If you're starting a channel, do not worry about what people have to say. If your passion is wellness, health, financial literacy, like you need to just do it, rip the Band-Aid off, and not care about what people think, because they shouldn't care, like, unless they really need the information, right? Let me just bite this real quick. Oh, it's so good. I think what I'm gonna do, because I have so much to say about this, and I don't want to keep having to like speak for 3 minutes and then chew for 30 seconds and then speak so I'm just gonna take a couple bites. I'll be good, and then I'm gonna knock out what I think this is gonna be really powerful for some of you, and then I'll just eat my whole dinner like after I'm off the live. This is so good though. And I am out of town, so my go-to right now has been my my honey citrus mint tea. I love it, from Starbucks. It is my favorite tea. Honey citrus mint. It's such a good combination. So this is what I'm eating, just for anyone. I just went to Whole Foods to this hot section. There's food at my brother's house, but like they be going in on some good food, and I just, you know, my goals are just different. And I'm really like being strict with myself right now, and I'm on a really good roll, and I'm proud of myself, and I don't want to, because I could afford to like just not care this week, but like I'm in such a good momentum that I'm like, no, let me just stay on top of it. So I'm kind of going, you know, I'm having to go out of my way, right? Like, and just get food from Whole Foods, but I'm having Indian food, and it was in the Whole Foods hot section. So good. It was so good. Okay. You look ready. You drive home, right? You looks ready. You drive home. Okay. I'm not sure what that comment is. Okay. So let's get into this. Let me take a sip and let's get into this. No, it's like garbanzo beans, chickpeas. I got the paneer in there, and then I also put some Brussels sprouts in there, and then I also put some olives. So it's a whole concoction, because you know when they're in the hot food section, there's like 20 different options. So I just kind of like, it's like buffet style. Okay, so there's that. Next thing that I wanted to call out, which is super important. Okay, it says okay, I'm only going to tell you this because I want this to encourage you, and I think it's super, like, this could be the very thing that helps you actually get out of your own head with just posting, okay? And these are for people that, like, want to post, but, like, they're trying to get over feeling nervous to be on camera and be, you know, have a bunch of trolls telling you that you're ugly and stupid and that you're old and all this stuff. So this is going to help you out, okay? It says, keep going, Ciana. Your videos from way back got recommended to me. And I can't lie, you're really good at this. You are a natural at this. Now, just don't stop. Don't stress. Just be yourself as you've always done and give us more videos now. Okay. This is why I think it's important. If you have a calling on your life to be a mentor, to be some kind of coach, some kind of just anything like that, a teacher of in any topic, you're going to have to learn how to teach online, right? Like, you're going to have to learn how to use this tool. And when I look back at videos from 4 or 5 years ago, I speak way better. I speak way better now. And it's like, I know in 5 years, I'm going to get even better. But I'm like, whoa, yeah, I was just all over the place. Like, was too excited, and people still say I'm excited. It's just part of my personality, but I have really improved. And so me getting constructive criticism, which I still get to this day, and it's never going to stop, and that's fine. It just makes you better. But from 5 years ago, when I was getting the constructive criticism, I would actually receive the constructive is the important word, I want to emphasize, but constructive. Then as I kept practicing going on lives and talking to people, I now can pop on the camera and not get super nervous. Like, I used to be super nervous. I used to be stuttering times 50,000. I used to be fumbling over my words. I would be so excited to talk about a topic, and then something about pressing the live and then knowing that there was people watching me and I couldn't see them was scary. Even talking to people in person is nerve-wracking, right? Like, if you're going to talk to a group of 500 people, right now there's 44 people. So I would, like, that's even nerve-wracking to speak to 44 people in person. But something about turning on the lens, I would be like, uh-oh, like, kind of space out or blank out, right? Just from being nervous. Now I'm just like, this is a big secret. I have really understood that I'm not talking to 48 people in one room. This is going to help some of you. Hey, Hallie, I'm not talking to 48 people in one room. I'm talking to 48 individuals in 48 different rooms. So right now it's me and you on this live. Me and you are having a conversation. I'm helping you out with getting over your jitters for starting your YouTube. What I overcame, in getting my wellness YouTube channel to pick up momentum. It's just me and you. It's not like it's not like Patrick, Hallie, James, try to, I'm not gonna even read that screen name, but you know what I'm saying? It's not like all of you guys are in one room. So once I kept like reminding myself of that, I'm like, okay, just imagine that you're sitting at Starbucks and you're meeting up with someone and you're having a heart to heart, because that's essentially what we're doing, right? So that can really help you. That could really help you when it comes to like starting a YouTube, or even if you aren't necessarily going live like I am. It's going to help you just start to do videos and speak on camera, right? And just realize that you're really reaching out to one person that needs to know what you have to talk about. And they're going to need to hear it from you because you're going to be blessed with the right words to say it to them, to get them to be motivated, right? To get them to change, to get them to level up, to get them to be more confident, right? So it's just you and one other person. Now, there can end up being 100,000 people on my lives one day, but I'm still only talking to one person in each individual room, whether they're sitting in a cafe or they're at work. It's just me and that person. So I hope that helps you. If you are like struggling with feeling a little overwhelmed with, man, like, do I really want to be seen? I had to get over that. And I still like, I feel like I just barely started to touch the iceberg this year of getting comfortable being seen and just kind of like owning myself in my own skin and just letting all the rude comments fall off and all of that, right? Let me actually take this off. Okay. So next thing, there was a comment also on here that said you need to have 10,000 subscribers in order to get monetized. That's not true. That's not true. So I just want to clear that up. It's not true. So I'm like reading I have like so many comments on this video. So I wanted to clear up any confusion and I wanted to just highlight some things just so people weren't confused. Okay. So you do not need 10,000. You only need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours within a 365 days that keep rolling. The 365 days keep moving. Okay. So that someone was like, how, I don't understand. Something's not adding up. Like, are you shadow banned on your page? Like, I don't understand how you have 10,000 watch hours, but you're still not monetized. This was when I posted the video. I technically wasn't monetized yet. And so when I said that, like, I was like, oh, I didn't really explain it in that video. So I have 10,000 watch hours on the lifetime of my channel. So since I started my channel in 2013 till now, till 2024, it's a total of over 10,000 watch hours. But I wasn't getting the hours I wasn't hitting 4,000 within 365 days. Okay. So that's super important. It kind of forces you to keep going because you know that the 366th day is going to fall off the back end. So I hope that makes sense. A couple other things. And it's really been cool. There's been several people that are like, oh yeah, I've been rocking with you since the beginning, or I've been rocking with you for 4 years. I've been rocking with you. So that's why it's also really good is that this is social proof, right? Like me having been on consistently over time. Yeah, my videos might not have been the most edited. Yeah, the audio could have been bad. Yeah, there's always a connectivity issue. But because I'm more of a life coach, a wellness coach, a mentor, somebody that is, a teacher, somebody that's kind of like like an auntie figure or a big sister figure, something like that. Me going on every day is building up rapport with you guys. Okay. It's building up rapport with you guys. So when someone sees this and they're like, oh, who is this Ciana girl, right? Like she sounds like she thinks she knows it all, or she thinks she knows what she's talking about. She's clueless. Well, when you scroll down my page and then you look at other people on my videos, you'll see, oh yeah, like this girl's been around for a long time. So it kind of shifts your mindset a little bit. And let's be honest, we've all done that, right? Like we're kind of like proceeding with caution. We're kind of analyzing each other when we go to each other's channels to see how long someone's been on the platform, what the comments are saying, things like that. So when you just start, even if you're not monetized, after 3 years, the 3 years are going to go by anyway. So just let the 3 years go by, be consistent. That way, 3 years later, when it was going to go by anyway, you have this back catalog of practice. So that's how I think of it. I've been practicing living in my purpose. I've been practicing. It's like going to the gym, right? Like I'm not a bodybuilder, right? But I'm definitely a lot better than I was 3 years ago. So it's like, I'm just doing my YouTube practice. And then all of a sudden I got monetized with no editing, right? Like I'm just on my iPhone. I've never had a Canon. I've never had Sony. I've never had none of that. I've just used my iPhone. Okay. So next. Okay. Okay. This is the one I was hoping to find. Okay. So let me read this. Let's break it down. And then I'm going to teach you something to help you And I hope that this can unlock something for some of you, because I'm sure that this is not the only person that feels this way. Imagine if you, so this person said, imagine if you put all of that time, so the 5 years that I was on YouTube, and effort into becoming a linguist, or learning how to be an accountant, or building a coffee shop, or really almost anything else. I deplore the modern day hypnotizing that these platforms are responsible for. I'm glad for you that you're monetized, but realize it's all a gamble. They can literally just delete your work one day because they disagree with you. Okay. So let's break it down line by line, because this is a big one. This is really important. So it said, so the first line, imagine if you put all that time and effort into becoming what he listed. So this is really important, because a lot of times people will find you and they sum you up within 15 seconds. Okay, they sum you up within 15 seconds. They don't know what you've done outside of YouTube. They don't know what your past credentials are. They don't know your past work history. They don't know any of that. So this person has no idea that alongside the last 5 years, I was a full-time caregiver for my grandmother with dementia, which now I've started another YouTube channel helping out other caregivers with dementia. I have a Instagram that has 16,000 followers on it that I've been helping people out with dementia for the last 5-6 years. Okay. They don't know that I have thrown galas in Hollywood, California, right? They don't know that I've worked at different industry events in Hollywood, California, right? They don't know that I have online stores. They don't know that I sell products, digital products online. They don't know that I have a business marketing degree. I have a bachelor's degree, right? A 4-year degree. They don't know that I used to be a district manager and was running I was over 7 individual stores in the greater Los Angeles area, right? I had 400 part-time people working on, like, that I was responsible for managing, and 30 full-time people, 30. So I was all 30 of those people, I was responsible for them getting promoted or not. Okay? So, and there's a list of other things I can list on my resume. But someone could see that and say, you know what? They're right. I'm just going to do a coffee shop instead. You know what? You're right. I should just stay at my 9 to 5. You know what? You're right. I should just forget the YouTube thing and be an accountant, right? But little does this person know that the accountants on here are probably making, like, on YouTube that teach accounting, they're making more money than probably their own salary, because they're giving such amazing advice, right? So you can do this and habit stack it with whatever else you're doing. You can start a coffee shop and also have a YouTube, right? So someone could see that and be like, man, I wasted so much time. How I see it is, I literally have over 500 videos, like, not counting the shorts, because the shorts are easy to make in 15 seconds. I have over 500 videos that I helped people. People have literally emailed me and been like, I was in tears. Like, I literally couldn't figure this out. What you said really touched my heart. I actually have lost the weight. I've actually got out of depression. That actually touched my heart. I'm going to get up and stop being lazy. I've been so lazy. I do not know how to get over this laziness. I am in pain. So that's all, like, to me, that's not a waste. That's number one. Number two, I have a back catalog of me practicing my life coaching for free, right? That's number two. Number three, I have been building up an online presence aside from YouTube. I have been working in person at events along with YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So there is so much power in YouTube. And so let me go back. Let me continue to read this. It says, I deplore the modern day hypnotizing that these platforms are responsible for. You have to be smart. That's actually true. You do have to be smart. Excuse me. Don't think that you're going to get on YouTube and just quit your job and think you're going to make it on YouTube. There's a couple of anomalies that's happened to, but for the most part, you're going to have to put in the work, and you do not even think about quitting your full-time job until you are comfortably full-time with an entire collection of different multiple streams of income, not just YouTube. So, but I also think it's hypnotizing to only think you can do something that is in person, like a coffee shop or an accountant. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like both are equally debilitating when you can just be kind of limitless. Like I always say, you are limitless. You are limitless. Like you can figure it out. Like there's someone, nothing's new under the sun. Someone is figuring it out. Someone is doing what you're doing. And why not let it be you as well, right? So yes, there is kind of like this glorified, beautiful, painted picture of YouTube life, but it does take work and you shouldn't put all your eggs in one basket. And that's why I collect emails. So for people that are on here, like right now, I'm giving away a really nice heated massage blanket. So I'm collecting emails. So I'm connected with you all. For the people that actually want to connect with me, I'm connected with you guys. So I have connection outside of YouTube with my community, outside of YouTube. So you do want to have your own website. I have my own website. It's www.embodypursuit.com, where I sell my digital products, right? I have other social media platforms. And then number one is the email list. So this is true, but I also think that when there's a general comment like that, if you're really new to this and you're just debating if this is something that you really want to like tap into, and you're like, I don't know what to do, but then there's like so much mixed reviews out there, this could really end up shutting somebody down. And I want to tell you that there's truth in this and there's wisdom in this, but it's not just the only thing, right? So, and then the next thing it says, I'm happy that you're monetized, but realize it's a gamble. It's not a gamble. It's not a gamble. If you put in the work, you get monetized. Like it's not like I shot the dice, right? Like if I am giving value, there's nothing to gamble. There's no gambling. Okay? Gambling, like this is calculated. This is not gambling. This is calculated risk. It's calculated risk. So yes, it is a risk for me to go online every day and create these videos and hope that I'm adding value, right? But it's calculated because I'm like, okay, well, if I get better every time, if I'm just consistent, if I continue to do my own research, if I continue to listen to feedback from my community, if I continue to just show up, if I continue to be an example myself, like I can't be over here gaining a bunch of weight and getting on here and being depressed and cussing and, being sad about life and gossiping online with you guys. And then I'm over here saying, but this is a wellness channel, right? So getting better and better at being an example. So it's calculated. Like this is not a gamble. So I hope that nobody in my community over here, I'm the steward of this community. It's not a gamble. You put in the work. It's going to take time, but it's not a gamble. Okay. So, all right. Next one that I wanted to highlight. Let me actually read some of your guys' questions. All right. And I'll also, let's see. Let me see here. Quick tip. I think it's not much engaging for most people in the chat if you spend this much time on one comment. Okay. Let's see. I'm still confused. I have been listening to you for the past 15 minutes, still have no idea of what you're talking about. So there is, when you clicked on the video, I put it in the title. So the topic of this live it's literally in the title. Okay, so the topic is right here. So when you before you clicked on the live, this area, it talks about what it's about. So it says the reality of actually getting monetized on YouTube. So that's what we're talking about. Oh, that's a good question. No one's ever asked me that. Why did I leave my managerial position? Okay. So the reason why I left my managerial position is because I felt like I had a bigger calling. There was a couple morals and ethical issues that company was a part of that I just completely was not aligned with. And that company actually still gets sued till this day about some discriminatory issues in an array of different areas, in every single category of discrimination. Okay. So there was that. Number two, I felt like I capped out. Like I just was, this is really important. If you're ever wondering if you should stay with a company, look at the person at the highest position. And if you aspire to have that position, then you should definitely continue on that path. When I looked at the people that were above me, I just, nothing about their position was aspiring. In every single category of the company, I was like, okay, do I want to go to that department? No. And then we would do trainings and I would go to Columbus, Ohio, where the headquarters is. And it gets to a point where the way that this company is designed, when you got to a certain level, you had to move to Columbus, Ohio. There was no choice. So I was like, well, that caps me out right where I'm at. The highest level I can go to is a district manager before I would have to, in order to be a regional manager, and be over the entire California or an entire Arizona, I would have to move to Ohio and be in the corporate office. And I just was like, okay, yeah, I'm maxed out. So that's number, I don't know what number it was, but that's another tip there. Look at the person ahead of you and just, if you aspire to have their job, then stay. I didn't. And then I also, what I was doing, like being a manager, it taught me how, to connect with people. It taught me how to train and develop people. It taught me how to like really actually move somebody to get better. Like I got really good at that. I got really good at probing questions. There's a lot of skills I learned from that. But what I was managing, like the physical things, the items I was managing, I didn't care about them. Like retail is cool, kind of, but like the type of retail, it wasn't my style even. Like, so I just was like, I'm capped out. So I have an entire video, like an hour video long. If you scroll further down my page and you'll find it, why I quit. But that's a good question. I don't think anyone's really asked me that in a while. All right, let me see what else. I was a district manager. So I had 7 stores. And then in each store, there was like 3 or 4 managers in each store. Or sometimes 5. Shout out to, it said greetings to Russia, Germany. Okay, this one, Uzbekistan. I have to look that one up. That's awesome. If they're all in here, that's so cool. Let's see. All right, let's see what else you all are saying. Let's see. I'm just reading what you all are saying. And some things, again, some of the trolls are just kind of like ruder comments. I just have to, okay. Let me see here. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. It's really sad. There's trolls that come on here and they pose as YouTube guideline moderators, and they'll say, oh, you're at risk of getting your channel da 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 da. And if you're not on it, because one time I was like, oh wow, did I say something? And I like hurried up and got off, and I was like, okay, they got me. But I was actually getting off anyway. But just be aware of that too. Like they'll even have like the profile picture of YouTube, and you'll think that it's YouTube, but it's not. You just have to click on the profile and then actually read it, and then you'll see that it's like a normal person just being a troll. So it's really unfortunate. It says, okay, this is a good question. From Honeydrop, it says, do you set goals for your YouTube channel in terms of videos you want to put out, subscribers, or something else? So this is a forever evolving thing. I'm just being really transparent. Okay. Right. Trying to act like a moderator. So this is, I'm just going to be really transparent. I mean, you guys are just getting to know me, but my goal is to do what God wants me to do. My goals are what God wants me to do. So like I could sit here and say, oh yeah, I want to be at 10,000 subscribers by December 31st. I want to have this many videos up. I want to make that, but that doesn't, like, that hasn't really worked for me. So I just kind of gave this journey to God. And I just said, God, like I feel like you want me to speak, and people keep telling me, Ciana, you need to start a YouTube. You need to be speaking online. You need to be a speaker, and I was just like, So now I had to get out of my own way and not overthink it. And the only way I could not overthink it was just to give it to God. So right now, what I'm feeling called to do is just go online every day and talk. Like, not to just, like I'll watch other YouTubers and they'll have an entire schedule. And I was like, okay, I got to get a schedule. I got to get a planner. I got to write out all my content, and it works. It works. Like, they're right. Like you have a script, you do your videos, you edit, like you take all this time, and channels blow up. That route was just so soul sucking. And I was like, I quit my last job to not feel like I'm getting my soul sucked, right? So I can't do anything in that realm. So if it takes me longer to grow because I'm just doing the good old fashioned, like, kind of like the good old fashioned people gathering around a campfire and talking about life, it's kind of a virtual version of that. I'm okay with that. Like, I don't need to blow up, right? I don't need to blow up and be at 100K tomorrow. So I hope that answers like your question. It's just, yeah, I do have, that's my plan, is just to follow what I feel like God nudges me to do. And I think once I kind of like calm my mind down and prayed about it, now my paid, like in 2024, it finally is like picking up because I just have given it to God, if that makes sense. So, okay, so let's see what else is going on here. Okay, I do have a planner. Like, I've actually shown my planner on here, but it's not in the sense of like how some YouTubers will teach other new creators to, you make sure you have a calendar, make sure you have to have a posting schedule. You have to post Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You have to post every Saturday at 10 a.m. or you have to plan out every single word, that style of planning, like that detailed. That actually goes opposite for me. I think that does really well for some personality types. For mine, me doing more natural flow and authentic, like, and just going on live, that works better for me. And I know that it kind of agitates some people, because I'm like, hey guys, I just learned this and here we go. But I just was like, this is what's worked for me, like my whole life. Like, this is what's gotten me into leadership positions. Yeah, my leadership style is different from others, but like the people that used to work for me love me. Like, they still reach out to me. Ciana, you changed my life. Ciana, I'm still in this company. Like, there's people that used to work for me that still work at that old company, but they're like, I'm only here because of you. Like, I am where I'm at because of you. And I have those messages. Like, I maybe, of course, make them anonymous and show you those messages one day. So my style is like my style, and I just have to own it. And people that it doesn't resonate with, they will tap into the channel and they will hop off or call me a narcissist. Or some people will like Amin just called me a narcissist. Or some people will be like, I love that style because I just feel like I can connect with you more, and I feel like it's just like I'm talking to a coworker that I got close with, right? Or somebody that I ran into, at the grocery store. All right. So it says, Ciana would love to get more experience to see what could push me forward. Just letting the universe work. Yep. Absolutely. The thing is too, what I've learned is that the more I do it, the more I get ideas. When I wasn't posting and I was just planning, I would get stuck in the planning. But then when I just started posting, like propping up the camera and posting, I like kept getting more energy to post more. Does that make sense? I don't know. That might hit some of you guys. Like, yeah. Like the more I just did it, I just got better at doing it. But the more I overthought it, I would get good at overthinking and then not posting and then keep missing not hitting the 4,000 watch hours within the 365 days. Okay. I have an 800 number for my wellness biz. One day I prayed asking what biz idea to focus on, and I got a call on my 800 number immediately after praying. God is so real. I need to follow his guidance for sure. Love that. I love that you literally answered the call. Like, no pun intended, but that's what I'm talking about. It's like, it's listening. It's listening. Quieting your mind and listening and meditating on God's word and just listening and trying to get the noise, like shut out the noise from everyone else. Like even people that love you and want the best for you, they will even mess you up because they didn't get the call like you did. They have their call, right? So yeah, I love that. I'm just reading what else you guys are saying. And I'll probably be on here for about another 7 minutes. And there's actually what I'll do is I'll probably just do a video where it's not a live video. I'll just do a video, like a regular pre-recorded video, and upload it of some of the other comments. Because right now I'll just focus on what you guys are asking me now. But there's some good ones. Like go back to that video, watch it if you haven't already. It's this video that I'm referring to right here. And there was just like several comments on this video, and I thought it was important to highlight because there was some confusion and I felt like there was some comments that were really misleading. So it's like, I think it's my last regular video posted, and I'm talking about it. So it's kind of like doing like a little pop on my page, but there's several comments. And I think it's important because, you know, I think that it's just interesting because the limiting beliefs are so real. And we all go through it, and that's why my page is called Embody Pursuit, because we're like embodying that next level, breaking past like the limitations, you know, and embodying, like just becoming embodied with confidence, becoming embodied with actually like having the best body of our dreams, actually being debt free, actually getting closer with God, like actually being the best family member, the best wife, the best husband, like becoming embodied with just being like this really potent, rich, like just this like powerful being, you know? And I just feel like some of the comments were just so limiting, and it's just part of, I guess, the human experience. Like it's just what it is. But I wanted to push past some of that with you guys. So let's see. It says, how come everyone I get to help me in life is a convict or a drug addiction? Real talk. How come everyone I get to help me in life is a convict? Or so you're saying like when you get help, that the person you're getting help from ends up being a convict or is a drug addict? Can you maybe elaborate on that or explain that in a different way? Let's see. Thank you for becoming a subscriber. Tap in. I'm going to be going live. My goal is to go on live every day until the end of the year, and then we'll see what I feel called to do after that. But right now, I got some energy pumping. So you're going to want to stay tapped in. If you just need like, if you need a little energy boost, you know, tap in with my page. Am I going to the club? No, this is my fitness outfit. This is just, I was at the gym. Okay. Let's see what else. It says, you keep growing with that entrepreneurial drive. I see perfection in your eyes. I appreciate that. Like, I actually want to study more entrepreneurship concepts and get more educated on like just like the behavioral science behind an entrepreneur, because I think that that would also help me out as well. But that's what this is. It's like there's just some people that have the drive to be an entrepreneur, and then there's just some that aren't, and that's okay. But I'm speaking to the people that there's a nudge there. Like there's a nudge to start your own wellness business in your version, in your way. Start your fitness business, start your nutrition business, start your whatever you want to be a mentor in or teach about. It's time. And there's something that's nudging at you to do it, but because of the limiting beliefs, like it's like we just don't do it. We just don't do it. And so that's why I'm like, there's a sector of people that I'm going to be speaking to, and there's going to be people that are repelled by it because it doesn't hit their spirit, and they're popping in on a random strange woman's live. But some people this is for, so that's what keeps me going. All right. Let's see. According to you, Ciana, it's a good question. According to you, Ciana, what skills matter the most as a manager? The ability to connect, period. The ability to connect. If you cannot connect, even right now, even on YouTube, if you can't connect with people, why do they even want to listen to you? You could be the smartest person. You could have all of the credentials in the world. You could be a boss that the boss in the company that has the highest numbers, the highest metrics, but everybody keeps quitting under you. You can't hold a team because you don't know how to connect. So if you know how to really like see a person, like really, really see them, not like look at them like they're a robot. Like when you can actually see them and you see how they work, you see their issues that they're struggling with, you see what they get excited over, you see when you talk to them and you're talking about a certain topic and you see the light, like you see them light up about a particular thing that you said, you as a manager need to be recording that. Like, okay, yeah, it's interesting when I talk about organization in the stock room, they get like really excited because they love to organize. Okay, that's good for me to know. Oh, when we talk about the recruiting aspect, like they really love to recruit people. Okay, that's good to know. When I started talking about it, they're like, oh yeah, and I have this idea and I have this, like hone into that. Okay. So I would say like just quickest answer is the ability to connect. All right. Let me see what y'all are. I'm scrolling back down. Because what I have to do is I'm answering a question, and then as I'm answering the question genuinely, like there's more comments. And so just kind of bear with me on me kind of scrolling up and down, catching some of the questions. There was some lady on here talking about fighting a dog. I don't know why she wanted to fight the dog, but she was very confident that she would win. Interesting. Okay. Okay, for real. I'm a general manager for Costco. That's what I practice daily, sweetheart. Awesome. Costco is like a really cool, like, that's a good place to work. You get the discounts. You don't have to go anywhere to grocery shop. You could just, like, when you clock out, you could just grocery shop, like, on your lunch break or when you're off. That's a cool place to work. Oh my gosh, I didn't know this, but Costco, like, YouTubers that do Costco content, it's like huge. I didn't realize that. People are like really into watching people shop at Costco. It's like an entire sector of YouTube. So, I mean, you might want to start a YouTube about like the back end, since you're on the back end. It's just saying, something to think about. All right, let's see. Let me take a quick little sippy. Jason said emotional intelligence. Yep. I talk about EQ a lot on my channel. A lot. Emotional intelligence, ability to connect with employees. You nailed it when you say it. Boo, I'm impressed. It's true. That's why I still have people connecting with me. And it's like, that's what I think God was trying to show me, when I was at that job, like that season of my life, God needed to reveal to me, and I needed to practice it. So I needed to grow in it. I needed for it to be revealed, and I needed to practice what my gifts were as far as connecting. I wouldn't have really understood that if I probably wasn't at that job, right? So where you're at in life, it's supposed to be there. Like, you're supposed to either grow in your gift, practice your gift, learn a life hard lesson so you can have a testimony later to help somebody else change their life. You know what I mean? So I never regret it. Like, I never, like, those years there, I really actually feel like too, because I was a manager my entire 20s. I feel like I probably would have been a hot mess if in my 20s if I didn't have that job to ground me. Because I lived in Hollywood, in LA. When you're in your 20s and you're in Hollywood, it is so easy to get wrapped up in crazy stuff. And, you know, I definitely, certain areas of my life, I was a hot mess. I mean, who's not a hot mess in some areas of your life in your 20s, right? But I feel like because I had like big responsibilities on my plate, I had a company car, a company cell phone, right? Like, I couldn't be like being reckless with the company car. It was an Audi. It was a really nice Audi. I couldn't be reckless with the company credit card, you know, like, oh yeah, dinner and drinks on me, you know, like, I couldn't be reckless with that. So it taught me a lot of responsibility, discipline. It kept me really grounded. It kept me really grounded. So I'm thankful for it, but it capped out. And I was like, okay, God was like, it's time for you to transition. Like, you've learned enough here. Hallie says, yes, grocery shopping videos are fun. I told my mom she should make that type of video. Yeah. Like, seriously, I personally order groceries for the most part. Yeah. Like, when you guys saw me shopping at Whole Foods, sadly, the pandemic got me lazy with grocery shopping. I used to love grocery shopping. When the pandemic hit and we could order food, grocery shopping is time consuming. You got to go there, you got to drive, you got to park, you got to get out, you got to get a cart, you got to go around people, you got to, okay, where's the bread? Where's this? It's just like, but that was fun that day. So I might just do it for fun here and there, and to get my steps in. But yeah. Oh, you bought a Challenger? That's what's up. You think people in California are rude? People have been saying I sound like an anchor. That's funny. That's like the 10th time I've gotten that in the last like month. Let's see. Let's see. I'm full-blown an entrepreneur. So I'm self-employed. All right. Any last questions before I hop off? Any last questions about building your YouTube? And again, just some resources that I have definitely used consistently, still use to this day, that have really helped me. Oh, okay. Two things. Two things. So when you are an entrepreneur, you have to create some kind of structure. Being an entrepreneur doesn't mean you don't have any structure. And I think sometimes people get kind of nervous about that when you're transitioning from like a 9-to-5, or when people that are used to 9-to-5s, like when they think of an entrepreneur, it just like they need the structure. I had to create that for myself as well. I did notice that when there wasn't structure, I would be less motivated to post. So every Saturday, Nick Nimmin, he's a YouTube expert. He goes on live every Saturday for creators. So every Saturday morning, Saturday morning, boop, I wake up, I do my morning devotional with God, get up, brushing my teeth, taking a shower, doing my thing. And as I'm doing all that, after my devotional with God, of course, but as I'm brushing my teeth and taking a shower and all that and getting my morning tea, I listen to Nick Nimmin. So every Saturday morning I do that, and it's just an open forum for people to go in there and ask about YouTube, right? So Nick Nimmin, so you're going to want to write that down. Think Media, I tap in with them all the time. I always watch their live videos. I'm always watching his, just his posts. Really, really great. My number one favorite, personal favorite YouTube coach is Roberto Blake. He doesn't go live consistently, but when he goes live, it's meaty and it's juicy. And here's the thing, Roberto Blake is known for being really, really blunt and actually making people like really upset and people discouraging people, but not on purpose. He's the kind of coach I personally needed, because it's like, if you can get through a Roberto Blake critique and reality check, then you can for sure do the YouTube thing. Like, he keeps it real with you. He keeps it real. So I tap in with him to kind of get my reality check. So every Saturday I tap in with the morning live, and then every day I listen to at least 1 hour of YouTube expertise, YouTube advice, like something YouTube-ish, because if I want to get better and better at this, I have to keep saturating my mind with it, right? Keeping up with the newest guideline updates and all that stuff. There's some legal stuff that creators are getting dinged for and they just didn't know, you know? So things like that. So you do have to create structure for yourself. It's super important. But yeah, Roberto Blake, Nick Nimmin, Think Media, Daryl Eves are like my go-tos for now. And I love listening to Myron Golden. He talks about YouTube creation a lot. Like, that's how he encourages people to make a lot of money, because that's how he's making a lot of money. I love listening to his channel, but he's on a deep level, like spiritually, like he's like linking in God to it. And I love that. So I hope that can help you as well. All right, guys. Well, make sure to like the video, tap in. If anyone ever wants, right here, I'm giving away a really beautiful, fuzzy, warm, heated blanket. Perfectly brand new, never been opened, never been touched, just as a thank you for tapping in with the Embody Pursuit channel. And it takes 2 seconds. You just do your first name and your email, and that's it, and you're entered in. And I'll be announcing the winner December 1st. And then I'll be doing another giveaway. So I always do a giveaway every month. And let's see. So that's down in the link right here, right now. Or if I click out of the live and you forgot to click it, it'll always be in all my descriptions. It's only for people in the United States. So there's that. And what else? All right, everyone. Have a gorgeous evening. Have a gorgeous night. Say your prayers. Start your YouTubes. Nail it at your 9-to-5s. Keep your 9-to-5 and start a YouTube. Do YouTube on break at your 9-to-5. Like, just go for it. Like, people, I don't know. It's kind of like what is it? On Catching Fire, they'd always say, may the odds forever be in your favor. Like, some people are going to get it and some people aren't. And it's going to be really sad, because as people are not being able to find jobs, as people are getting laid off, as people are getting, literally, like, people are in tears. Like, people that have worked at their job for 20 years are getting laid off out of nowhere. And then for the people that just kind of like prepared, you know, as a backup, like, okay, well, let me at least do this entrepreneurial thing on the side, right? So I'm just saying. So I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your evening, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.